In this dashboard, the sales dashboard, I would like to add a menu with a number of buttons, and when I click these buttons it should bring me onto some other dashboards. So this one is my main dashboard. I'd like to bring it onto my sales revenue dashboard, absence hours dashboard, and the sales details dashboard from the main dashboard. So going back to the main dashboard here, I would like to insert a menu. In order to do that, I need to be in design mode. So let's add a menu object here, and let's just place it approximately where I would like it to be, just about here in the upper left corner of this dashboard. And I would like to start out by creating a new menu. When I do this, I get this field here called menu items. It's currently empty, but you can right click and add a menu item. A menu item is kind of button where you can add captions on top of that, sub captions, you can add background colors, borders, etc. Lots of things you can do here. Notice here you can also use a template, but currently we don't have any templates. Now templates are created from over here, so let's have a look into that to create a template for the menu item. So right click here to create a new template, and I would like to create one called my orange menu header, and I would like to change a few things with regard to this template. I'm not really going to add a caption, but I would like to change the font size here, so we go for 24 and bold on the caption, and a few more changes. Maybe the background color, we'd like to have this orange background, and also I would like to add some borders to this button or menu item, a border of size 1 here. You can see it up here. So in this way I create my first template, menu item template, if you like. Let's create another one, and I will call this one my white menu button. So this is more kind of the standard button I'm going to create here. I'm not going to change the fonts for this one here, but I'll just change the background color just to make sure that it's actually white. And also this one should have some borders in a similar manner. And let's just save this one. So right now we got these two menu item templates. So going back to my items with the blank menu item here, I can now scroll to the button and look into my templates, and now I can use, for instance, the orange menu header. So it goes there. You can see the orange background color. I can also see the borders. But we don't have any text, we don't have any caption here because our template didn't contain any caption. But you can right click this small button here to overwrite the template, and now you can insert your own custom text. And let's just insert main menu for this one. So it goes there, and let's add another blank item. And this one immediately, let's go and choose the other template, white menu button here. And also would like to add a custom caption here. So this one should be spelling sales revenue like this. Right, notice the width down here, and also for the orange button, it's got a width of 140 pixels. I don't care too much about the width because in menu properties here you have something called orientation. Currently it's horizontal. And a horizontal setting means that these buttons will become horizontally next to each other, and I want them to be vertically on top of each other, like the blue buttons you see there. So let's change it into vertical. And when I do this, when I go back to my items, so where it said width before, it now says height. So now you can actually, instead of using auto height, you can set your own custom height. Well, for this one, let's just keep it at 100 pixels, but for the white buttons, I would like that to be 80 pixels high. Right, let's have a look. Okay, you can see the orange main menu button and the sales revenue button here. But let's go back and have a look at this one here. Remember, it needs to be a button that could invoke a trigger or a kind of a shortcut to another document, to another dashboard. So Let's overwrite the template to add a trigger, and the default trigger is to open a document, and we just need to locate the document we'd like to open, in this case the dashboard 02 sales revenue, this one. And furthermore, maybe you should use this one, save criteria only, mean that this one will be opened with its own save criteria instead of trying to transfer criteria from the main dashboard. Let's go OK with that. And now it's actually quite easy. If you right click this one, you can duplicate it. And maybe you just need to now change the text here. So this sales details caption, and of course the trigger should also reflect the same change. So now triggering the sales details document. And let's do another duplicate. This one should be for the last of the detailed dashboards, the absence hours dashboard. And the trigger should be pointing to that document as well. Right, so now we've done that, we can click OK. We can see all buttons, the header of this menu and the 3 trigger buttons. So going into consumer mode, I'll actually be able to use these triggers. You can see the cursor here got a small error, meaning that we do have a trigger on this one. So when I click it, well, at first it'll come up and ask me to save this dashboard 01 sales because I made changes to it. So yes, let's do that. And now it's actually opening up my dashboard 02 sales revenue. Now, of course, at some point we'll need to create a kind of a navigation menu here that could bring us back to the previous document or to the main dashboard. But we can also, until then, use this button, go one step back. And then we can try out the sales details button here. Yeah, seems to be working. And we can also try the last one for absence hours dashboard.